Hello there, this is James, your Technical Manager here at PandaDoc, and today is Tuesday, June 21st, 2016, and in this video we'll be discussing the Insightly integration with PandaDoc. Now, what does this integration do? This integration will allow you to create, send, and track quotes, proposals, and contracts from within Insightly. Simply create PandaDoc documents with Insightly contacts, organizations, leads, opportunities, and project objects with all fields from your Insightly contact company objects, opportunity, leads, and projects information. So before you get started, you need to make sure that you have a PandaDoc account. If you don't have one, you can sign up for right here. Next is that we need to mention that this integration was built by Insightly, so for enhancement requests, those types of things, you'll certainly want to reach out to them. Also, there's also a detailed FAQ that can help you out with the use and setup of tokens and all this information as well. So the very first thing, of course, what we need to do is gain access to Insightly and to enable PandaDoc to be used inside of Insightly. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we are inside of Insightly. I'm going to go over here on the top right hand side. We'll go to the profile icon. Then I'm going to go down into something called system settings. Over here on the left hand side, we have all these options available. We'll go down to integrations and we'll find something called PandaDoc. We go ahead and click on install. Once installed, once we have the installation information here, we'll provide some information details, and then all we need to do is click on Install Integration. Once installed, the system will let you know that it has been installed and currently be able to use. So let's now talk about where this shows up for each of the objects. So over here on the left-hand side, we'll go through each one of these. First is contacts. All we need to do is click on a contact name, and then we have all this information right here, and we go ahead and click on Files. From here, we have some information, and one of those is the PandaDoc option right here in order to start the documentation process. The same thing with organizations. We open up organization, we go into files, and once again, the PandaDoc icon. We also go into leads, click on a lead name, go to files, and once again, the PandaDoc icon right here. We also go into opportunities, open an opportunity, go to files, and of course the PandaDoc icon to start that documentation process. And finally, projects. We open up a project, we go to files, and once again we start that process. So now let's talk about how we can pass information over from Insightly to PandaDoc. And we do that by two different things. So let's go back into the FAQ here. I'm going to scroll down until we get to this section. To step 3, we call it setup of PandaDoc templates to be used with Insightly. So the next two pieces of information I want to talk about is something called roles and something called tokens. So let's talk about a PandaDoc role. So let's say, for example, we wanted to pass over the first name, last name, and email address and company information as a part of the opportunity, project, or organization for the contact who is associated with that object. So inside of your PandaDoc template, here we are inside of a template that I have created today. Over here on the right hand side, we go into something here called roles. And from roles, I created a brand new role here called signer. When I do that, I go into content, and then I click on tokens, and you notice that we have 4 tokens, first name, last name, email address, and company, that I can click on and then turn to use inside of right here, for example, to pass that information over. So that's one way to pass over the contact information. The other way to pass information over is that we can also use things called tokens as well. And tokens is a great way to pass all other types of information, such as opportunity name and all those sorts of things. And we have many different types of tokens that we can use here. For example, for organizations, contacts and organizations, lead information, opportunity information, product information. For example here, maybe we want to use the opportunity name and pass that information over from Insightly to PandaDoc. If we go back into your PandaDoc, go into your template, we notice that we have pasted this or used this token right here to pass that information over. So here are all the opportunity informations that we can populate. Here's all the sorts of lead information that we can to populate that as well, and also project information and pipeline in an organization and contact information as well. So it's pretty flexible of the type of information that you certainly want to pass over from Insightly to PandaDoc. So let's go back into Insightly now. I'm going into my opportunity here. Let's go to start this process. So I'm going to click on here called Use for Demo Purposes. Let me go ahead and log in one more time here. So here we go to use for demo purposes. Here's all this information about this opportunity they'll be able to allow it to pass over. Then down at the bottom here, we have something called a custom link in order to attach a contact. And if we use those role tokens that we discussed, we can pass over the first name, last name, email address, and company information as well. So let's go into our files here. And then over here on the right-hand side, I'm going to go and click on the PandaDoc icon. And this is going to fire up PandaDoc to be used. All that we need to do now is going to choose the template that we want to use to create this document. The very first thing that pop up here is roles, because we created that one role called signer. Here's the contact association part of this opportunity. All we need to do is assign the contact to the role, and then all we do is click on Start Editing. It's going to take us into the document now. We scroll down through. Here we notice that the role information has passed over from, the contact information has passed over from Insightly to PandaDoc. Here's all, of course, our opportunity information as well. Now, you notice that these lead information didn't fill in because we didn't start from a lead object nor from a project object, pipeline information, or contact as well. So very, very powerful of how the information that you could pass over. Finally, of course, is we can go ahead and use blocks, of course. We can add other content if we wanted to. We could also use fields, for example, if we want to capture a signature or capture a date from our recipients. Over here on the right-hand side, we go into our library. This content libraries with our business and enterprise plans, and this will allow you to save bits and pieces of content. Let's say, for example, we wanted to grab some more extra information. Simply go ahead and drag and drop that over if we want to. But if we're all ready to go, all we need to do is click on Send. The very first thing that will come up is the document name, so I'm going to put in quote for Ian, and then I'm going to click on Save and Continue. And then here is additional information. I can add additional message here if I wanted to. All we need to do is click on Send Document. And of course, it's going to tell us that the document has been sent. And up here in the top left-hand side, it's going to give us this status to let it know it has been sent as well. But now, if we close out of this, in turn, and go back into Insightly, here's this document now that we just created today. And there's all this information will show up right here and when it was sent out as well. And in turn, we can click on that and access that document at any time to review it, make any changes to it, and all that type of stuff as well. So this is the Insightly integration with PandaDoc. It's a fantastic integration. It's a really great way to get your flows together from Insightly to PandaDoc to get those documents sent out quickly. If you do have any questions about this integration, please let us know. We'll do our best to take care of you. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye-bye.